A warning was issued, a line was drawn, and the target, the state of Israel. 72 hours, that was the deadline. The world held its breath, but Tel Aviv didn't blink. No response, no press conference, just silence. The kind of silence that drips with arrogance. Let's rewind. Just 3 days earlier, at a historic summit in Nairobi, President Ibrahim Traoré stood before a coalition of African and non-aligned nations. No script, no fear. He gave Israel's prime minister a choice: recognize Africa's sovereignty over its alliances or prepare for decoupling.
Listen up, because I'm only going to say this once. My name is Ibrahim Traoré, President of Burkina Faso, and I'm here to tell you something that's been burning in my heart and in the hearts of millions across Africa. We are done staying silent. We are done bowing down. We are done letting foreign powers treat our continent like their playground. A few days ago, a message came out. Words, they say, came from Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel. They claim he warned African leaders to stay in line or face consequences. Whether he said it or not, I don't care. The message was loud and it was clear. Some people still think they can threaten us, scare us and control us. Well, I've got a message of my own and I'm speaking it loud and clear, not just to Netanyahu, but to anyone who thinks Africa is theirs to bully. We are not your colony. We are not your pawns. We are sovereign and we will fight for our freedom with everything we've got.
They thought Traoré wouldn't follow through. They thought this was theater. But when the clock struck midnight, Africa didn't blink, it moved. This wasn't about Gaza alone. It wasn't even about Israel alone. This was about respect, the kind Africa has been denied for decades. The West barely noticed. Israeli media mocked it, and Netanyahu, he dismissed it outright. But while the cameras turned away, Traoré prepared something no one saw coming. At exactly midnight, GMT, every screen across Burkina Faso went black. Then, a single spotlight, one microphone. President Traoré, in full uniform, speaking not with rage, but with resolve. Since our calls have been ignored, he said, we will no longer participate in silence. Then, 3 declarations followed. First, all Israeli business interests in Burkina Faso, frozen. Banks, telecom, defense contracts, dead on arrival. Second, a new continental summit, 15 African nations, tasked with creating a Pan-African alliance immune to foreign manipulation. And third, he urged African nations to reconsider Israeli embassies on their soil, not with hostility, but with principle. Our deadline, Traoré said, wasn't a threat, it was a mirror. That was all it took. By morning, diplomatic shockwaves had already begun. Chad, Mali, Guinea. Ambassadors recalled. 2 nations suspended deals with Israeli firms. South Africa stood up and called Traoré's stand brave and necessary. But what truly turned heads was the street. From Kinshasa to Dar es Salaam, youth-led protests ignited. Flags rose, signs read, Africa will not be silenced. Our deadline, our dignity, respect is non-negotiable. And behind closed doors in Jerusalem, panic. An alleged leaked voice memo captured Netanyahu muttering, "We underestimated him. This isn't just Burkina Faso anymore. This is a movement." Western governments scrambled. France urged restraint. The EU called for dialogue. But none dared to condemn Traoré. Because this wasn't about diplomacy. This was about momentum. And Traoré had all of it. He didn't ask to be included. He demanded to be respected. And now, the question haunting power halls across the globe isn't just what happens next. It's how big will this get and how fast? Because when the world ignores your deadline, you don't go back to normal. You move forward without them. Before you go, do you think Netanyahu underestimated Traoré? What would you have done in Traoré's place? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. And if you felt that tension, hit like, smash subscribe, and stay locked in. This isn't just politics. This is history in motion.